So today we're going to discuss how to set up a leopard gecko in both the tank and a tub. First thing you want to get is your tank. In your tank, leopard geckos are pretty easy. They don't really require a whole lot. You're going to need a heat mat similar to this one. This is just a Zoom Ed. You can get any brand. It's going to be an 8-watt heater for a 10-gallon tank. This heater is very simple to install. You just stick it literally under the tank and it clicks on. That's all you need to do. You're just going to stick it on here and glue it onto the bottom of your tank. It will come with plastic feet. The silicone feet just go on the edges of the tank just to give the tank some space so that it'll breathe and your heat mat won't get too hot. The other thing you definitely need to do when you have your heat mat is you need a thermostat. I just got this simple thermostat. You can get it from Amazon. It's about $15, $20. If you notice, it's got a cord. Here's the heat mat cord, and you're going to plug your heat mat cord into the bottom of your thermostat. Then you plug your thermostat into the wall. As far as you are going to, it will come with a temperature probe, and you want to get your temperature probe, and you want to stick your temperature probe down right on the inside of the tank over the heat mat. Because if you stick it underneath, it'll be warm underneath, but not the right temperature here. The temperature we want to set on our hot spot is between 90 to 95 degrees. That's going to give them a basking area and a warm spot. The other thing you definitely need with a leopard gecko, you're going to need a hide over the warm spot. So you'll just tape this down. Let's just tape it down to the floor. And then you're going to put your hide over your warm spot. The other thing you absolutely must have for a leopard gecko is a moist hide. I have this simple Tupperware, cut a hole in the top, but unfortunately since if we set up a 10-gallon, if you notice it takes up too much space with this hide. We could get a different hide, put a different one in, but it's still, space-wise, it doesn't fit well. And you want your moist hide over on your warm side of your enclosure so that your animal won't get wet and cold. So I have a simple little smaller dish. You can use any dish, anything, as long as it has a lid that you can cut a little hole in and you can put your substrate. As far as substrate for the moist hide, I'm using a combination of Eco Earth and Siga Moss. And it keeps the moisture really well. It works just fine. You only have to wet it a few times a week. As far as your substrate, you can use, again, the Eco Earth, you can use the moss, you can use paper towel, you can use reptile carpet. It's really easy with the leopard geckos, not a whole lot. You're going to need a water dish. You're going to need a calcium dish because leopard geckos, unlike other reptiles, will lick up the calcium when they need it. You won't have to worry about, oh, my leopard gecko doesn't have enough calcium. And you'll need another dish for your worms. So now you have your food, your water. You're going to have another dish for your worms, similar to this. You can put them in whatever you want. I put them in these because it keeps them kind of more contained. It's harder for them to get out. Then you're also going to need a hide on the cool side, so that your tank on the cool side, you want it to run about 75, 80 degrees. So this side of your enclosure, if your animal's warm, cold, it goes over here. It's warm, it goes over here. And this size enclosure is okay for an adult size leopard gecko. I mean, he still has room. He can still move around. He can go in his little hides. He can do what he wants to do as long as you have cool hide, warm hide, moist hide, calcium, water, and food. You can mist the enclosure. You can put some greenery in here if you want. Leopard geckos are pretty easy. They are not really afraid and hide a lot. They are crepuscular, meaning they will come out mostly in dawn and dusk. So you do need to put, I just have a simple light fixture with a regular ordinary light bulb just to give them a day-night cycle. I do have a lid on my enclosure. It's not really necessary. The leopard gecko isn't going to get out. but I like it to keep the light from falling in. I do have my light suspended, but I still like the extra protection. And then nothing accidentally, you're moving around, something falls into the tank or whatever, depending on where you have your tank located. So your leopard gecko's all nice and happy, got his food, got his water, got his 3 hides, and your leopard gecko's all set. Now, if you want to go a different route, I didn't really, since Spot here, our adult male, is a little tight in this enclosure, what I house him in is a tub. Same exact principle. You're still going to need your 3 hides. I've got my tub here. And I have his substrate. I really use paper towel. It's simple, easy to clean, and you don't really want a lot of humidity in with these guys. So the paper towel substrate actually works really well because it kind of cuts down on the humidity. And since the tubs do hold a lot of humidity, you do have to drill quite a few holes in your tub so that your humidity levels stay where you need them to. So I have holes all the way around in order to drop the humidity low enough so that he would be happy in here. So I just use my simple paper towels. I then put his moist hide, which fits really well in this house, over by the hot side. We put him in there. We put I have his little cave hide on this side. Since I have a whole lot more room, I can put him a much nicer, fancier cool hide. He has his calcium dish. He has his water dish, which I put way away from the heat source because you don't want your humidity to go up in the enclosure. And he has his lid. And I really don't need the up space. I could still put trees in here, sticks if I wanted to. He doesn't need the vertical height because leopard geckos are not very great on climbing. And to give him his daylight cycle, I just simply suspend his light over. It's just a light bulb, gives him a tiny bit of heat, given this tub holds the heat really well. His heat mat is really enough, and then I give him his light so he has his daylight cycle, and then it also gives him a little additional heat. And that's really as easy as it is to set up a leopard gecko.